Temperatures above 20 Celsius for 8 months of the year, a relaxed lifestyle and a mostly English-speaking population. The former British colony island of Cyprus has been, for the last 10 years especially, the perfect place for foreigners to set up home.
This is why so many people decided to move here to Cyprus for a peaceful life in the sunshine by the sea. But when the crisis hit the island, it sent shockwaves everywhere and left some people wondering whether this life in paradise could exist for them much longer.
Bank deposits over €100,000 will face steep losses.
To rescue savers with below €100,000, they'll wipe out up to 40% for those with more.
A limit of €100 a day has now been placed on withdrawals from cash machines.
For Belgians Olga and Renee, who decided to spend their retirement in Cyprus, the crisis, the bailout agreement and the measures that came with it completely shattered their dreams.
This is our future bath, but we cannot put any sink here, we cannot put here any lamps, because everything is blocked. Our money in Central Bank of Cyprus stay, and this bank doesn't want to give us back our money.
They brought their entire life savings over to the island last summer and opened an account with the Bank of Cyprus. But in accordance with the agreed bailout measures, a third of it, more than €40,000, was frozen. More than 30% of that was turned into shares in the bank, and the rest they may or may not see again. A decision on what will happen to it is due in September.
Our money is blocked, our pension is blocked, we cannot pay the house, we stay in difficult situation for the moment. It is a real nightmare that we have for the moment, and I don't know in future what can be happy with us.
Now they say they can no longer finish the building of their house and are stuck in rented accommodation.
I cry every night, and it is all what we have for all our life. We are already not too young, we cannot anymore work for our money like it was before. And I don't think I will believe long if this situation will continue like this.
They are not the only couple who feel trapped with no one to help. Nigel, who runs a property news website here, says he's inundated with emails from people who feel totally helpless and don't know how to proceed.
There's one lady that I know of who managed to sell her house and has gone back to the UK. But the problem is she's having to live now in sheltered accommodation because her money's in the bank here and she can't get it out of the country.
Perhaps those who have been worst affected are the people who bought property at the height of the boom in 2007. They've not only seen the value of their homes plummet by 30 to 50%, but if they purchased with Swiss franc mortgages, they've also seen their repayments double, and now with the current measures may have lost a portion of their life savings too. The question is, will they be able to get any of it back?
Let's remember, Cyprus is a part of the European Convention on Human Rights, the Human Rights Act over here, much maligned by people, but comes to the defence and aid of people in many ways. And it can specifically come to the help of those caught up in this crisis. Because essentially, under Protocol 1, Article 1, there is a right to the quiet enjoyment of your possessions, and you cannot be deprived of your possessions unless it's in the general interest and within international and domestic law. Now, those issues will be looked at.
The Eurogroup decision is there. It may be brutal for some, unfair for others, but it's there. But we need to stress that the Eurogroup decision has only affected 2 banks on the island. I'm not saying that things look cheerful. I'm not saying that things look good. I'm not trying to paint a rosy picture, but these are the facts, and we look forward.
For some, it's not the immediate impact of the crisis that's worrying them, but how things will pan out. With decisions still being made about the economy, it's unclear what changes lie ahead.
Every so often, look out your front door and note anything that might be suspicious.
This neighbourhood watch group in Peyia, where most British expats live, helps to ensure the security of about 8,000 villas. It's seen break-ins on the rise before and has concerns about the next few months, especially as they say there are normally only ever 3 police officers on duty at any one time.
The problem is manpower, really. There is a feeling now with the current financial situation that there are going to be more and more people out of work, which will stretch families, and possibly Neighbourhood Watch in its different guises will be a requirement. We don't really know what's going to happen in the future, but there is a feeling that things could get slightly worse, money could become more in demand, and Neighbourhood Watch can help in many ways.
High on the western side of the island, though, 17 kilometres east of Paphos, there are no such worries. In the more affluent and sheltered Aphrodite Hills complex, residents seem less concerned about the effects of the economy. Many have bought their homes outright, and although they have fallen in value, life continues as it was before.
The crisis in Cyprus has had no impact on me at all, on myself or my wife. We've found very little change, actually. I believe it's in Paphos where people sold businesses and put monies into bank accounts who seem to have lost it all. But what we've seen here, there seems to be no problems at all. Life just seems to go on as normal.
For the developers keen to counteract a slump in interest, however, it's a whole different story.
We're looking again at their prices vis-a-vis costs and trying to readjust the prices. We'll try and go back to our databases and see what opportunities we can offer to potential purchasers. And there will be certainly opportunities in this market for people with money available to invest in real estate in Cyprus.
But for those who invested in property before the bailout and who have lost savings in the process, the future is not one of opportunity. They can only wait each day for more announcements about the state of the property market and what will happen to their deposits. On a wider scale, it will take years of hardship and painful reforms before Cyprus's economy returns to anywhere near its previous level. For Olga, even if she did retrieve her money, she says her dreams have still been ruined. She says she came here for the calm seas, unlike anywhere in the world. Unfortunately, it's doubtful that they'll remain calm for much longer.